Welcome to a new episode in the podcast series, Implementing Scrum Unscripted by Michael Vizdos. I'm the voice of the student, an experienced Scrum Master, and with me is the Michael Vizdos AI, our expert guide.
Hello, everyone.
Just a reminder, if you want context on how this series works and its guiding principles, episode 10 is a great place to start. The link's in the show notes.
So today we're diving into something crucial. What happens after a leader like Stan starts moving away from forcing that fixed iron triangle? Fixed time, budget, and scope.
Right.
We touched on this issue at the end of episode 19, the potential pitfalls.
Yeah.
So let's really unpack that now.
Okay.
Because the real danger here is thinking the hard part is over just because maybe the terminology changes slightly.
Yeah.
You risk ending up with what Michael Vizdos calls lipstick on a pig, just renaming things, like calling the same old daily status meeting a daily scrum, without any real shift in how people work together.
Exactly. That's the frustration, right?
Yeah.
Stan's finally, hesitantly maybe, moving away from that rigid stance. The team feels ready. But how do we actually ensure this sticks? How do we get true collaboration going and, stop the whole thing from just snapping back to the old ways?
It's a very common challenge. And the key really isn't about enforcing new processes rigidly. It's about changing the interactions. It's about fostering better conversations and building shared context.
Conversations and context. Okay, what does context mean here exactly?
It's that shared understanding. Why are we doing this? What are we aiming for? Before we jump into the how. Without that shared why and what, everything just feels like checking boxes.
Got it. So moving from just fixed tasks to a shared purpose. That makes sense. So what specific conversations do we absolutely need to establish? What replaces those old, often ineffective patterns?
Well, Michael Vizdos emphasizes 3 core conversations on implementingscrum.com that are non-negotiable for replacing those anti-patterns.
Okay, what are they?
First, product backlog refinement. This isn't a one-off meeting. It needs to be an ongoing conversation.
Ongoing.
Yes, involving the developers, the product owner, and stakeholders as needed. The goal is building that shared context and getting buy-in, making sure items are truly understood, ordered, and actually ready to be done within one sprint.
Right. So if you skip that, sprint planning becomes a nightmare of vague requirements.
Precisely. Then second, the Daily Scrum. This is absolutely not a status report for someone else. It's a focused 15-minute conversation for and among the developers. What's critical is that the focus is purely on progress toward the sprint goal and identifying any impediments blocking that progress.
And the 2020 Scrum Guide removed those 3 questions.
It did. What did you do yesterday, today? Any blockers? Those questions often led to individual reporting, not collective problem solving around the goal.
Okay, that's a key distinction. And the third conversation?
The sprint retrospective. This is where the team talks about how to amplify what went well in the last sprint.
Amplify the good. I like that.
Yes. Focusing on the process, the tools, the interactions, the definition of done, how the team works together. It's about improving the system of work, not dissecting product features or assigning blame.
Okay, refinement, daily scrum focused on the goal, and retrospective on amplifying the good. That sounds solid. But here's the rub. What if Stan, or someone like him, hears more conversation and just sees it as inefficiency? He's only just backed off the iron triangle. How do we stop him reverting when he demands proof we're not just, chatting?
That's a critical point, and it leads us to empowerment, specifically the product owner. To really manage expectations and protect the team's focus, especially with strategic leaders like Stan involved, the product owner needs a specific, quite rare combination of attributes.
Which are?
Michael Vizdos highlights these often. The product owner must be genuinely available to the team and stakeholders, truly knowledgeable about the product, the market, the customer, and crucially, have real authority.
Authority.
Authority to make decisions about the product backlog, authority to prioritize, and yes, the authority to say no, even to Stan, if a request jeopardizes the sprint goal or the product vision.
So the conversations create the understanding, and the empowered product owner protects the space for those conversations.
You've got it. It all ties back to empiricism. Scrum is built on transparency, inspection, and adaptation.
Right.
If you hide problems, if you aren't transparent about progress and impediments, you can't inspect reality. And if you can't inspect reality, you can't adapt effectively. These conversations are the engine driving that empirical cycle.
So trying to just change names, the lipstick on a pig thing, breaks that cycle because it kills transparency.
Exactly. So the actionable takeaway here, really focus your energy as a Scrum Master on enabling and improving those 3 key conversations. Refinement, the goal-focused daily Scrum, and the retrospective. That's how you deliver value consistently and maintain focus. So thinking about all this, what's one small change you're going to make based on what you heard today? If you need assistance, remember you can always contact Michael Vistos. Thanks for listening to this episode of Implementing Scrum Unscripted. As usual, YouTube is recommending a specific episode just for you along with the next one in this series. Please select one of the 2 choices on your screen right now to continue learning about implementing Scrum in a way that's tailored for you. Focus. #deliver.